welcome to my desk setup tour for 2026. Today I'll be going over what I replaced and what I now have in my desk setup. See, the one thing that I really needed in my setup was a better desk. I had this IKEA Colby desk, which is a great desk, but because I have a 42-inch LG OLED monitor, the desk was too small. I was actually starting to hate my monitor, but I realized that it wasn't because I hated my monitor. It was because I was sitting too close and my monitor was actually too far up. This has all been fixed with my new sit-stand desk. This is a sit-stand desk from a company called Liftor, and it's not something that has any reviews on YouTube, so I made a big bet by buying this. There are no videos about it. It's because that many of the desks that you see on YouTube are just not available in Europe, so I had to make a bet and buy something that I wanted here. This is particularly a desk I purchased because it can go very low. Most desks won't go lower than 70 or 72 centimeters at the low end when you have these sit-stand desks, but this actually goes down to 60 centimeters. Now there are some caveats about this because the 60 centimeters is the top of the legs, and the legs is quite tall, and on top of that you have the desk, so it maybe goes down to 65 centimeters. The desk is super strong. I can actually do pull-ups on it, and I can really push around with it as much as I want to, and it will not move. The legs and the table weighs about 100 kilos, so it's really a sturdy desk. Now, because I've had so many different things hanging up on my wall has taken a bit of beating along the years, and it has quite a lot of damage. I don't know if it's actually possible to see here, but I had to do something to fix it. Paint is actually quite expensive, so I found another solution. I found these super cheap felt pads, acoustic panels on Amazon. I purchased them, and I actually think that I made quite a good solution here, putting those up instead of replacing my paint. I own this house, so I can do whatever really I want with this wall, so I can fix it, I can destroy it, I can do whatever I want. I don't need to worry about the glue putting on, and the wall is already damaged, so I was thinking if I'm supposed to at some point repair the wall, might as well try this. And I really took my time to make sure that these were completely level. Just a slightly bit off level could make it seem very crooked. Because this desk has 4 motors, the cable management is actually quite hard to manage, because it will have 4 wires just for the motor, and then one down, of course, to have the electricity for the desk. But there is also some solution. There is this hanging pouch underneath the desk, and I think I made something that I can live with, and my cable management overall is quite nice. You can't see it when you go into the room, and it's not something that will bother me. I'm not like a cable management freak, but I do want a neat workspace. I want to tour my home office, and I just wanted to go in from outside to show you how small it actually is. It's so hard to capture a video. Let's just say hi to this guy. It's actually not that big. I have only this space to work with. I actually spent the most of the time standing up at the desk instead of sitting down, which gave me this extra spot here to both record videos with the light here from the window, and to use this desk here to open things, hobbies, and so on. I have these acoustic panel slabs up here, which has been here since I built this office. I just added these acoustic panels behind my monitor here. I replaced my PreSonus Iris speakers because they had a weird hiss, and I've made a video about how horrible that hiss was. I got these Edifier MR4 instead, and they are just superb compared to the PreSonus Iris, and these are the same price. I also think that switching it out into white speakers, in my opinion, fits more with my new more brighter vibe, and you don't have to dust them off every day because they are white instead of black. For my mouse, I still use the Logitech Lightspeed, the first version, and I still enjoy that. I have been thinking about switching it up to the next one, but I really don't have any reason to do it. The only thing that I really wanted to is because I really want the USB-C chargers. This is the last thing I have that charges charges via the micro USB. For my keyboard, I still have the full-size Wooting 2 He, which has been working really well for me. Sometimes I feel like there are some settings where when I type, because it's so fast, it's like sometimes I type something that I don't want to type, but I need to just do some adjustments inside of the software. Right now I'm actually running the keyboard without the software. I really like not having any of these softwares from any of these hardware providers installed on my PC. For my PC, I have upgraded just before the RAM crisis. Now I feel so lucky. Like, to purchase my RAM alone today would be super expensive. And I'm also so lucky that I upgraded my son's PC just before the RAM crisis as well. For my case, I have the huge big version of the Fractal North Mesh, the white one. And my PC is the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. And that is on the Asus ROG Strix X870F gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. And I have 2 sticks of 48 gigabytes of DDR5 CL30 RAM. Now, I was even contemplating when I purchased these RAM to get 4 of these instead of only 2. But I heard at that point that getting 4 sticks in DDR5 would have some issues. And I was thinking like maybe just 2 sticks is enough. But like, I paid $280 translated in dollars for these RAM, and today this kit is $1,700. So if I've just purchased those, I could have paid for maybe the rest of my PC. I have a Be Quiet Dark Power 13 1000 watts power supply, and I have a Noctua D15. I actually have the whole PC completely filled to the brim with a Noctua because I wanted a dead silent PC. For the cherry on top, I have a Gigabyte WinForce 5080 graphics card. And with the prices on PC parts right now, I feel like I am good and set to go for the long future. I don't feel like I hit the timing on this upgrade so perfectly, and I can even like so perfect. For recording, I use the Focusrite 2i2 Scarlett, and I have this Shure SM7B for my main microphone. And I actually switched out the Elgato arms for an arm from Fifine. This microphone is super heavy, and my Fifine arm, which costs almost nothing. This is better, in my opinion, than the Elgato arm. So this is me editing here, and I feel like I just wanted to say that nothing in this entire setup has been paid by any brands. I'm not sponsored. This video is not sponsored either. I'm sadly not at a position to get any sponsors, but I have had along the way a few products sent to me. Only thing that's kept on this entire setup from products that I've been sent by brands is this microphone stand right here. Everything else I've paid for with my own money. On the wall behind me, you're going to see some of the posters. I really like Marvel. And then I had these posters. I really don't think the print does it justice. I bought them from a guy on Instagram, and it's really hard to find anything Power Rangers related. These are supposed to be hand-drawn from some cosplayers out there. I really like the art, and I just don't think the print quality is as good as it looks online. I have my recording setup right here is the Sony a6600 with a 16mm 1.4. I've had this camera for 4 years now. Maybe this has always been like on my PC as my main webcam camera. For my recording setup, I use the Sony a7 IV, and I switch out with a various set of lenses, but my main lens here is the 28-70 from Sigma. And I just ordered my first anamorphic lens for this, which I'm super excited to see. A lot of the things I do is also recorded with my Osmo Action. And one thing that is super cool with the Osmo Action, actually just underneath the table right now, my Osmo Action sits. It's plugged into a USB-C port that I have down here. It's magnetic. I can just, you can see it right here. I can store it on the legs of the table. On here on my table, I have my SD card reader, which can read 2 SD cards at a time, and also some different cards, but I only use it for SD cards. I'm super envious on all the setup tours that is on YouTube, because I feel like I can never like really capture what it is what I'm seeing here and how my setup is. So, and I feel like their videos are super cinematic. I really tried my best, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you've seen Blu-rays laying around in my office, this is because I'm on a journey back to physical media, and if you want to see more about this, well, then go watch this video next.